Hello, welcome to the Bark. We're on episode 4, and today I have two baseball players with us, and they're both JUCO transfers, right?
Correct.
All right, so we have Jackson and Zach with us. So where are you guys from? Like, what JUCOs did you come from, and then where are you originally actually from? Like, where's home?
Well, I'm from Houston, Texas
Okay.
originally. I went to Cloud County Community College in Kansas and played a couple years there. I was a two-way a couple years there, and Saunders found me, out here in Oklahoma actually playing a tournament
Okay.
while I was at Cloud, so that was pretty cool. But I mean, I just like the culture here. That's the reason I came here, and I've learned a lot in JUCO and stuff. So
Is your JUCO in a small town too?
yeah, it's actually
Like you're used
smaller
to
than
it?
Weatherford. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
oh,
it's
yikes.
weird. Yeah, I know, and it was cool. Like there's more places to eat here and stuff like that, so that was pretty cool. But I mean, like it was.
That's saying something.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
for real.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also a different dynamic because I mean, I came from a really big city and
Uh-huh.
stuff, so like I'm used to having everything at my disposal, and then you kind of have to go
Millennial.
down, and then it comes a little back up or whatever. But it's been a fun change in dynamic every year. I get to go home for the holidays and have all that stuff, and then I come back, and it's pretty cool. I like the diversity with it. It really shows you a lot of different angles to life and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
So
feel that. I
yeah,
I can relate to the
yeah,
big city because I'm from Chicago. Like, it's a
mhm,
big shock here, and it's
yeah,
just crazy because I hear people don't. They say like, "Oh yeah, the town's smaller than Weatherford," and I'm like, it
Yeah.
gets smaller.
I know,
There's
right?
no way.
It gets
There's no
smaller.
way.
Yeah,
And then you're from Hutchinson Community College,
I
right?
went to Hutchinson Community College.
Okay.
I'm from Wichita, Kansas.
Okay.
I was born in Florida and then ended up moving to Kansas for some reason. Not a good reason, but I mean it's a reason.
Oh.
But I moved there, lived there for a while. Fun fact: I went to 3 high schools. That was interesting. And after that, I
Yikes.
ended up going to Hutch Community College. I went in as a catcher, and for some reason, ended up playing first one game, and I broke my thumb. There's a runner that
Oh.
ran into me and broke my thumb,
soft.
and I was supposed to get surgery, and ended up just pushing it back because I wanted to play,
Yeah.
and I ended up just sticking to first. I couldn't catch anymore because my hand was broke, and
Uh,
ended up having a pretty good year. Team went to Region 6. Fun fact: freshman year, I don't think Dietel beat us one time, but I don't even
Yeah,
think he played. He wasn't good.
yeah,
Uh,
because you guys were like rivals.
yeah,
See, I've
yeah,
heard of Hutch Community College
yep.
because I think we've played there. Like in
Mhm.
our preseason and stuff, we go up there
yeah.
and play or whatever. I've not heard of
Right.
Cloud. What's it
Yeah,
called?
Cloud County Community
Cloud
College.
County.
See,
Oh,
like
okay.
Hutch is like the big name, like
Yeah, big
big
name.
time school in that conference and stuff.
Okay.
So they're always the ones getting all the attention.
So
even
who
though
beat
they
who?
know
No,
it's
well,
really-
no. So here, I'll tell the story.
Well, like he's
No,
not
no,
good
no,
at
no,
telling
no,
the
no.
story.
Here's
That's
the thing.
thing.
Here's the thing.
He's really one sided about it.
All I have to say is we won the conference and we were co-champions. I'll give him his credit.
Co-champions
No, no,
because I beat him.
okay.
So,
The time he beat us, he was literally National Player of the Week. Pitching, he struck us out like 15 times.
yeah,
Like,
it wasn't even fair. They didn't
congrats,
have a chance.
congrats to him. We lost the game. If we would have won that game, we were right out champions.
Yeah,
But
which
instead, we
Oh.
were co-champions with
So
Butler.
are these two? Oh, okay. So you weren't even co-champions with them.
No, that's the
No.
thing. Like they weren't good. That's the problem. That's why I'm mad
Oh.
at first. But
Yeah.
then the best part of the story is we're in Region 6, which Region 6 is the tournament. If you win that tournament, you go to the World Series.
Yeah.
And we're playing them. And if you win, you move on. If you lose, you go home.
Mm.
And what do you know?
Yeah, we had an 8-0 lead in the first inning and knocked their starter out, and then we had a starter that was going to Wichita State, like big time. He was
Yeah.
supposed to be big time, and he got lit up. They just barreled the crap out of him. There was nothing.
Yeah.
They could,
So who won?
They
We-
won.
we-
They
we
won
won.
like 14-12 or something like that.
You had an 8-0 lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We blew it. Yeah.
How
Our
mad was your
starter-
coach?
I mean, our coach, he's kind of like Saunders, and like with the results and stuff, he can live with as long as you give it, 110%. But that was just one of those games where he was just like, there was nothing he could do because I mean, we had one of
Yeah.
our best pitchers out there,
Yeah.
and he couldn't find the zone. Everything went through in the zone. He just barreled.
They
it.
just played
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
It was
they just,
insane.
They just out barreled us, and
Well,
we eventually-
the first inning, they scored like 8 runs. It was on like 6 infield hits. Like
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there were a couple luck hits in there, but it was such a momentum swing that I felt like all he had to do was throw strikes and just compete a
Mhm.
little bit, and we'll keep them at bay. And he just did the complete opposite. I felt bad for him at at one point, but then at the same time, I was just
Why
like,
didn't your coach like switch it up, put another pitcher in?
he did, but he kind of did it when it was like 8-6 or something.
Yeah.
So
It was too late.
It was one of those things where the game kind of reset at
Yeah.
that point. So it was kind of a
And
race.
they had all the momentum. Yeah.
They had the race. It was a race to the finish line, and they kind of beat us there. And they also had one of their good guys out of the pen to shut us down for a few minutes.
It was kind of insane. Like the very last inning, I think we went to extras, didn't we? Or it was
no,
probably the bottom of the ninth.
You guys won in 9.
It was bottom of the ninth, and I think we got like runners on first and second. And our 2-hole, his name is Logan Sartori, and we're talking in the dugout before he goes up. He's like, dude, I'm gonna end it right here with a bomb. I'm like, dude, you're not about it. Like, you're not gonna end it. He's like, dude, I'm gonna end it right here with a bomb. I'm pretty sure first pitch swings and he fouls it straight back, and then next pitch he hit a bomb over the scoreboard, and then we won the game. It was insane.
Manifested that one.
Yeah, it was sick.
I was at first when that happened, and I kind of just like I got my little jump off the bag, and as soon as he hit it, I was like, oh, there goes the season. It was crazy. It was one of those games where I'll never forget. In kind of a bad way, but also, I mean, we battled back. It was a really tough game.
So was this both of your sophomore years?
Yep.
So this was just last year.
Yeah.
So coming into SWASU together, did you guys not like each other at first?
No. Jackson was one of the dudes that I actually liked from Cloud. It's kind of insane. He's one of the guys that I remember when we played them out, because I played first too. He played first, and whenever I'd get on first, I'd always talk to him and vice versa. And I always remember it's kind of weird. Jackson has like this personality about him where he's not scared of anybody.
Yeah.
And that's one reason why I like him, because he's always attacking people no matter who they are.
Yeah.
And I remember when we played him, he would strike out or something. His next at bat, he'd get right back up there, and the dude's ready to go. And that's just one thing I like about Jackson.
And like I felt the same about Zach. It was one of those things where Zach always had a chip on his shoulder. He came in here and he's like, my coach told me I have no tools and all this stuff. and I was like, that's not true, because like he's just like the essence of a ball player. Like if you were to name a ball player on the team, it would be him and a guy like Bedard. It's just he wants to play the game. He wants to play on a rainy, cold, 20-degree day against the worst team. He wants to play just as bad as he wants to play, the Friday night game. So that's what I liked about him. He was just a straight up ball player that I knew would get it done.
So that's crazy. You don't really hear about that, because I know, especially for volleyball, girls are different, but you go from being rivals to then teammates. It's kind of, and then you guys are the same position too, aren't you?
Well, he came in as a catcher because, I mean, that was his main position.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just kind of got moved out of because of the thumb
For that
thing.
1 year?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I finally got healthy, so I'm able to catch again, which is good.
How are your knees though?
My knees are great. Honestly, I had 2 years off, so I'm ready to catch a lot. I guess.
True. My dad was a catcher, and he's 6'5".
Really?
He was a catcher in college, and he's like 55 now. He's just it's like don't ever do it. I was like, well, Dad, I played volleyball, so I'm kind of gonna be in the same boat.
Yeah, your knees still gonna hurt jumping up and down a lot.
But so when you guys signed to SWASU, then who signed first?
I did. I signed first because he originally had a different offer and all that stuff, and I just kind of gelled with it originally, and I kind of signed kind of early, and I was just happy and content about my decision. I'll let him talk about his thing, but I was technically the first one to sign.
Okay, so you didn't know he was coming in when you signed?
I had an idea that like they had offered him and stuff.
Okay.
But I didn't know. I knew he was kind of looking at that area.
What other schools did you look at?
I think it was one school in Missouri and then like Pitt State and stuff. But I didn't really need to go very far because I came on the visit and I was like, okay, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I don't need to spend any more time, money, anybody else's time.
Yeah, and it's a really cheap school compared to a lot of other places too. So even if your offer isn't the best, like odds are you're still going to be paying way less than if you get something somewhere else. So
Saunders was the main reason. He's one of the coolest coaches I've seen.
That's so funny because Saunders is best friends with my coach.
Really?
Yeah. So you guys, I mean, I won't be playing anymore. But you guys always are our ball boys at our games.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and coach just gives free t-shirts to all the baseball guys. So all the baseball guys have volleyball t-shirts. So it's kind of funny. But
That's pretty cool.
We one time, I hope they do this again. But one time we used to have 6 a.m. conditioning on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we went in for conditioning one day, and coach was like, I don't even remember. Oh, he was like, take off your knee pads, blah, 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 all this stuff. And we're like, dang, we're going to run. Like, this is terrible. This is terrible. And then we come out and he was like, kickball. And so we ended up playing kickball for conditioning. And baseball was supposed to come and play with us. Because it was like raining outside or something. Saunders ended up coming, but the whole team was supposed to come, and it was supposed to be like volleyball versus baseball.
Cool. It would have been over for the volleyball team. That's all I'm saying.
It would have been over. Because it's like your sport, though. I mean, we have strong legs, but that's about like all.
It would have been so fun. That would have been so cool.
But like in the Pioneer, like that's where we played at. So like you can kick it up to like the high. Yeah, it's terrible.
I think the cool thing about this team, like even speaking of that, is that we don't even have to play baseball. I feel like anything that we play together, it's
a team sport.
We just have a different mentality with each other, and it's more or less not even about the other team. It's more or less like we just want to throttle somebody, and it's more or less of just our mindset together.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy. I've never been on a team where there's literally everyone's about it.
So you guys all get along really well?
Yeah.
Because aren't there a lot of incoming like new people on the baseball team?
We're pretty much all juniors.
I was gonna say I don't know anybody on the baseball team.
Right,
anymore.
there is a ton of new guys. I mean, you can honestly take all of our starting lineups we've had so far, and I'm pretty sure only one or two of them are consistent returners. Bedard's the only guy that's been there here before, and I mean you could say that that's a good thing as far as the new guys go, because I mean we all came from JUCO and all that stuff, but I mean. We've gotten along so well, so fast. I mean, it's crazy. I've never, like Zach said, I've never seen anything like it. But at the same time, I mean, it's once in a lifetime type thing, because I don't think I'll ever be around a group of guys in a workplace or anything like that that'll get along like this.
And that's crazy too, because how many people do you have on your team?
36.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not a small team. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. But you said there's a lot of JUCO people, so I feel like you guys were used to that. Coming in quick and gelling quick, because you only have 2 years together. Correct. You never went to somewhere for 4 years straight, like a lot of these other, because this is a 4 year, so like a lot of the other kids here did. So I feel like that's kind of a blessing though in that way, because you guys are kind of used to that. But how is it different than JUCO? Because I know like the hours we can work out is different, like the way we run practices is different, like everything. The NCAA rules are totally different than JUCO.
Yeah. So like I mean, the difference is like JUCO, you have the entire day to do everything because there's no restrictions time-wise and stuff. So NCAA, restricts it down and stuff. So it actually makes it easier on guys that come from places like that, just because we're used to being run into the ground 24/7. So it's a little easier. But the difference is you have to be an adult about a lot of things compared to junior college, because I mean, junior college, they babysit you a lot. I mean, Saunders, if you don't do your stuff, that's on you.
Yeah.
You're kind of toast. So,
yeah.
I mean. But that's the cool part, is he lets you figure it out on your own, and if there's a problem, he'll step in if it's a major problem.
Is he a stickler about grades and stuff?
Not terribly. I mean, yeah, he cares about him and stuff, and he's on your butt if you're not good about it. But I mean, he's there, and if you're taking care of your stuff, you're going to be as good of friends with Saunders as you are with anybody else on the team. So
really, the main thing that he preaches is if you take care of your stuff, everyone else around you will be better, pretty much. So if you're not taking care of yourself, then you can't help the team.
Yeah.
And then the main thing is helping the team out. So if you want to get good grades, you'll get good grades. If you don't, then guess you won't be playing.
Yeah. And the guys that do struggle and stuff, like we've had a couple guys that they kind of came out that they've kind of struggled. We just give them crap about it at practice 24/7, and that kind of forces them. It kind of like public scrutiny.
Peer pressure.
No, it's awesome. I love it.
Good peer pressure.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because it really does change him, because I mean Saunders just jokes about it 24/7.
It's not necessarily a joke. Like this Saunders, he'll get after you. It's awesome. He'll just sit there and make fun of you the whole practice, and you can't do anything about it. Just be right in your face, and it's funny if it's not you, but if it's you, it's like
it's terrible.
Yeah.
Our coach kind of does that, but I mean it's girls, so it's like I personally wouldn't care because I just ignore it anyways.
Yeah, that's kind of what I do.
Yeah, but like with girls, they kind of like. So
I feel like whenever I ignore it though, he's like just even coming more at me. I'm like, all right, bro, I hear you.
I mean, he just tries to get in your head. That's all. He's just trying to find the buttons to push.
Tries to swim.
Some guys, it's
terrible, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Some guys, the button's a lot easier to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, like how did you guys have your preseason polls out yet? Like where you guys are ranked? Where are you guys ranked?
We're ranked 6th.
Okay. Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of like catch 2020 because it's
eyewash,
all new people, so there's no way you could like accurately.
Well, that's the thing is with so many new guys, it's really hard to predict. So I mean, they're kind of you know taking our stats from junior college and trying to mesh that. And
put it together, and especially compared to the other teams and everything. So
you can either do a lot worse or a lot better.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we have a guy like Drew White last year at Labette. I mean, he hit good, but it wasn't like All American. And you see him today, and it's like the guy's about to go play professional.
Yeah, he's insane.
Swinging the bat. So I mean, it's stuff like that, and then I mean, it's fun to watch guys evolve into a higher level.
Yeah.
Go into D2, go into the higher level of baseball. It's kind of fun watching them.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask you that, like compared to JUCO, I know you guys haven't really started off too much yet, but as far as the level of play, is it more intense? Is it higher level? Like, is your competition more intense?
I'd say they're better. Like the players are better, the talent is better, but I mean. I always thought that was going to happen, but at the same time, I just take the same approach when I step on the mound or something. I'm just like, well, I'm going to either run through somebody or they're going to knock me over. If I'm going to pitch against any team, I'm either going to do it going at full force and they just barrel me out of the yard, or I'm going to go full force and I'm going to knock them over. So I'd rather do that. I'd rather get hit out of the yard than try to nitpick and then I'm walking guys, and then it looks uncompetitive. I'd rather do it the other way.
Well, also pitching is very mental.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people, like especially POs. I mean, I'm blessed to be able to do both, but like POs, they psych it up so much because they only get to pitch once or twice a week. Like the entire season is just once or twice a week.
If they're lucky.
Right? We're always in the lineup, so we always see the game from playing perspective, but. I never really take it mentally. I'm just like, listen, I'm going to get this guy out or I'm not, and it's going to be 100% effort every single time.
Well, I feel like it's a little less pressure too because you do get so much more playing time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if you mess up, you're like, okay, whatever, I'm going to play tomorrow again,
Yeah, there is that to fall back on. I mean, I guess that does play into it, but I don't know. That's just been always my mentality. Like if I'm going to get beat, I'm going to get beat my own way. They're going to beat me. I'm not going to beat myself. So
that's very true. Usually whenever Dietel pitched so far this year, I've caught him every time, and every time we go, it's pitch after pitch after pitch, just back to back to back. We just go after people, and usually we never back down. We always attack people, and usually seems to get the job done whenever we need to.
Yeah. So you guys have like a really good connection so far.
Yeah, we've actually gelled pretty well as a battery, so that's been a huge part of it because the catchers got to know the pitcher to a certain degree.
Which it's good to know too, because last year, so for instance, we're talking about our JUCOs earlier, and we're talking about how he was National Pitcher of the Week when he faced us. So I've seen him at his best, and I know what it's like when he's doing his best. And whenever he beat us, he was working quick, he was working with his off speed, and he just attacked us. And so I know for him to be at his best, he has to work quick and he has to get things going early, or else it's going to be a long day. So it's good for me to know that.
Yeah, so like you're already familiar with how he plays from playing against him.
Yep. So I just keep going quick with him and just keep going.
And it's just good to know that he's on the same page with that. He's not like, trying to overthink the next pitch or try to overthink the batter or something. He's like, well, we're going to throw a strike, and if he hits it, he hits it. And also, I have plenty of confidence I can throw it anywhere I want in the dirt and all that, and it ain't going anywhere. So
the thing,
that's a luxury to have for sure.
Especially with our team, like if you look up and down the lineup with all the guys we have, our defense is absolutely insane. I was talking to my roommate, he's our right fielder, and I was talking to him after the first week. I was like, dude, we're pretty good. I feel like he's like, I asked him like why he thought we were really good, and he was talking about how we're all just a bunch of JUCO guys who are all like overlooked. And that's really what brought us here, that we're all just overlooked. And we just have that confidence about us that people didn't think we were good enough. And so we all ended up here, and we're all just trying to prove something to people. And that's really what keeps us going every day.
Yeah.
I feel like JUCO players have like a different level of grit, because like you were saying, there are less rules. So you're just used to being drived into the ground, as far as like hard work and talent and everything. And so you guys kind of go through the tough stuff first for the 2 years, and then you come here and you're more refined and you have more experience because you have more play time and everything like that, versus if you went straight to a 4-year, you might not play your first 2 years, and then you might not be worked as hard or pushed as hard, So I feel like having a whole team of JUCO players, you guys
it's insane.
are
it's fun.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I mean, I feel like we can be pretty good. We just got to go out there and do it. That's all that it comes down to. There's so much eyewash that everybody, the media, like, all those polls, all that stuff. Hell, even sometimes coach every once in a while, he'll throw up a little too many words of encouragement for guys that might need it. But to me, it's just, you go out there and you play a game, and you're going to play the 100%, and if you lose, you lose, but you're going to do it 100%,
Yeah.
We're going to go out there. I know this team is going to go out there and play at the highest level of intensity possible. It's just a matter of if we do the little things right and actually get that done. Sometimes a team might out-hit us. I mean, that's going to happen at some point. They're going to out-pitch us at some point. It's just a matter of getting back on the horse and doing it again without losing confidence in it. Because once you lose confidence, it's going to start to steamroll downhill.
So who are the teams this year that are probably the top 3 best that you're most not worried about playing, honestly, but that are going to be the hardest games?
Honestly, I don't know too much about the other teams, and really the main thing about that is Coach Saunders always preaches about it doesn't really matter what anyone else does, and the more you think about it, like there'll be a pitcher who he'll make a pitch. Well, you have one of us hitting. And if we swing at our pitches and not their pitches, then it doesn't really matter what they do. And so we don't really worry too much about who we play. It's really just a game against ourselves, and if we can win or not.
Yeah.
And I hate to give the cliche answer, but I mean, the next opponent's the most important. We have to worry about them no matter what our record is, their record is, where the standings are. What anybody says, the next opponent is always the most important. I've always believed that. And if you don't take care of them, they'll take care of you.
Yeah.
So, my dad used to always say, it doesn't matter who you play, they all put their pants on the same way. So I always took that with me, that there's no one really better than me. We're equal, and whoever's going to compete more will win.
Yeah. Because I went to Chicago State my first year, and my coach there, he called spandex tights, which I'm like,
there's no idea.
It's not tights, but sure. He'd be like, it doesn't matter who we're about to play. They both put one foot in at a time, and they're tights too. So
and they're tights.
They're tights, and I'm like, that's like
Coach,
what you wear under a dress, bro. Like that's not. These are, but it's fine, It's whatever. You're coach, you got it. It's whatever. Yeah. But I was just curious because I know every team at SWOSU, they view our conference differently. So like, when we're now in basketball season and everything like that, and the guys and the girls and their competition and stuff, so their go-to teams or their rival teams are much different than like say ours. Like for us, it was all the Arkansas schools that were like super good, and we swept all of them when we played this year, and it was like a huge deal. We broke records and stuff. Yeah. But then I'm like talking to basketball and watching them, and they're like, oh no, this Arkansas school's crap in basketball, but they were like top 2 for us. So it's just interesting like how each sport views the conference differently. Like say this team is like crap and they've been crap and they're not worried about it, and they're blowout versus another sport. It's like that's the best team,
Well, Arkansas has pretty good teams. I mean, they're all going to compete for the top spot somewhere. But I mean, I just I want to kick the crap out of everybody. I don't really care about where they're from. Especially Northwestern. Yeah. For real. It's just I've always been that way. I really don't care who we play.
Is Northwestern baseball good? I don't think I've. I should have.
We haven't
I had
played
to have
them.
Seen it.
They played in front of us one game. And
where are they ranked at?
They're towards the bottom.
They played. They played Pitt State. We beat them 13-0, and I think Northwestern beat them in extra innings.
Okay.
It's just one of those things where
so that'll be an interesting
if we take care of business, the score will be very in our favor. So that's what I'm saying. But that's always the thing I've preached is I just want to kick the crap out of everybody, and sometimes you're not, sometimes you will. But
I feel that I'm super competitive. I get angry when I'm playing. There's no emotion other than anger when I'm playing.
That's exactly how Dietel is.
That's how my pitching
I'm just angry.
When I'm like playing first and hitting, it's kind of lax because if I'm like I am pitching in the box, I'm just gonna swing at everything. It's gonna be really tense and not good.
Yeah.
So I have to relax. But on the mound, everything's off.
That kind of sucks though because you can't hit people.
Yeah.
Like we can hit people. Yeah. Our coach literally got like we have a goal board of like all this stuff, like certain stats that we get per game, and he put a sticker for me. Well, it wasn't for me, but I'm gonna say it was for me because this is what. But it was like an in the face sticker. So if you hit a girl in the face, you get, and it like we get a sticker on our goal board.
Did you do it?
Oh yeah. Me and Jenny, we did it. quite a few times this year. But yeah.
We need to get something like that.
So
for
like
hitting a pitcher.
in the middle of the game when you're doing that in volleyball, when you hit him in the face, do you laugh? Like in the
Yeah, what do you
middle of
do?
the game,
No, I don't laugh because someone just got hit in the face. Like I'll make sure if they're okay.
Well, like because you guys always have that huddle, right? Like after.
Oh, when we go in the huddle.
Yeah, you're just like, let's go.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
She just got rocked, but like I'm not gonna like be mean and be like, and she's like on the ground bleeding or something. But but when we go back, we're kind of just like, she got in the face. But yeah. I mean, it's never like a goal because that's kind of high up. You kind of want to hit further down than that. But usually when it does happen, it's.
I mean, it's a goal.
Especially if it's like
complete the goal. That's part of the
goal,
goal.
Especially if it's like one of their best players or something, because like. Everyone has to know, like, getting hit in the face, no matter what it is, that's
awful.
That's a mood changer.
I'd be down for the count.
You're gonna be mad no matter what after that. So then it gets in their head.
I'll be bleeding out for at least 30 minutes if I get hit in the face.
Oh, well, like a baseball, yeah.
Honestly, anything. I get touched in the nose and I start bleeding.
He gets a lot of nosebleeds.
It is bad.
I've never had nosebleeds.
In the fall, he probably had 10 nosebleeds, like, once every week at practice.
Yeah.
Well, you're also like here in Oklahoma, and it's dry.
Yeah, it's
dry.
But you're used. But you guys were in Kansas.
But
it's kind of like the same.
I'm the only person in the world that has bloody noses. I swear.
Say it with me. You're soft. Just say it with me.
All right, you're not in my dome. I'm not soft.
You are.
People on this team always try to get in my dome.
It's because it's so easy.
They're like, it's so easy, but
the reaction we get out of him is hilarious.
But what I say is, if you're in my dome, honestly, it's a good thing. So I let you in there, because if you come in my dome, I can do whatever I want with you.
That's
then
the way.
No, it doesn't work like that.
No, think about it.
No, but they're in your head. They're in your head, so you
they're,
can't do whatever you want because they're in your head. You're not in theirs.
No, but the thing is, like, if they're in my head, I get to control what happens in my head. So if I want to drown them in my head, I can make a swimming pool and drown them. Like, that's what I tell them every time, and they think it's funny, but the thing is, like, I'm always in control, and they don't get that.
We just go with it.
I'm always in control, dude.
I guess mentally, if that's how you want to see it mentally.
Thank you.
So, since you guys, I mean, you're kind of far. How long of a drive is it from home? 9?
It is 8. Yeah,
8
about
hours?
8.5.
Okay. So, do you go home often, or just breaks?
I just go home
just
on
breaks.
Yeah.
And you're.
I'm 3.5.
Yeah. So, do you go home often?
I've gone home like 3 times.
Okay.
So I've been probably more than you. You've probably only been home once, huh?
I've only been home, Thanksgiving and Christmas.
See, I go home twice a year, Christmas and summer.
It's
Dang,
tough.
that's tough.
I fly home for Thanksgiving, then I drive for Christmas, and the drive for Christmas is always tough, like coming back up here. Because you got to get re-geared up for everything. I just had every fast food in the book. I had King's, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, then you come here, it's like we got
Burger
King.
All your.
Yeah, Burger King, bro.
Yeah, we are getting a Burger King.
Which nobody's excited about.
I don't really eat fast food, so it's kind of like, okay, can we get like just a normal
ice cream
restaurant?
Place. Why don't we have an ice cream place?
We have Brahms.
But like,
if we get ice cream here, like no one would go to it. They're still gonna go to Brahms all the time.
Okay, it's just
because Southerners and Brahms, I don't think Brahms is good at all. Their ice cream is okay, but y'all have never had Uncle Bob's, so you wouldn't know.
I've never been. There was no Brahms in Texas, so I've never been to Brahms.
There's no Brahms in Texas?
Not here in Houston. No.
Dang.
So I would always go to.
I thought Brahms was like a Southern thing.
Can I bring up something real quick on Houston?
Yeah.
I just want to know something. How do you feel about the Astros?
Yeah, they cheated, and we
big
feel
Astros
bad
guy.
How about the Astros?
And we just gotta, compete this year.
They didn't get their title strip though.
No, technically not. But nobody's gonna look at the title as a title.
As a title anymore, yeah.
It was they ruined baseball. Congrats.
It was mentally
It ruined a lot of things, yeah.
How did they cheat again? Because I saw all about that, but I just didn't.
So they set up a camera during their World Series season. They set up a camera in center field to see the signs of the catcher, and then relayed it via video, and then they relayed it in his dugout. And if it was a breaking ball, a couple hits on the trash can. If it wasn't, if it was a fastball, no games at all.
Wow, so they deliberately full on planned it out.
Yeah,
that's like premeditated murder stuff.
They had I
didn't look at it that way.
Yeah, they had everything down. They were pretty sophisticated.
How did they expect to not get caught?
Well, they
how did they get caught?
One of the pitchers on the World Series team got traded or signed somewhere else, and he actually
snitched.
Yeah, he ran. Well,
he snitched, and everybody. Oh my God! If he came back to Houston,
people probably
he would get.
It would be bad.
At least.
But I guess the Astros they
you cheated, so
yeah.
what do you expect?
And I'm not, and I'm a really big Astros fan, and I'm not like the usual one that's oh well we still won it and earned it and all that
No, you
stuff
didn't
because we
earn it.
didn't, right?
No,
And I agree with that because
Hey,
I'm in the
glad you owned up
I
to it.
play I am because I play
He's
baseball.
I play baseball.
Look
I
at
know
him.
what you're
He's
saying.
getting
If
so
I knew
upset
if
right
I knew
now.
it was coming, oh my god, I hit the world. So it's ridiculous. There's so many people back home on Facebook and all that stuff that think they still deserve the title and all that, and I just kind of ignore it because it's just we're kind of back to square one.
Is it cold here to you?
Not really.
Well,
because,
you were in Kansas, so you're kind of.
Kansas last year was the worst winter I've ever experienced by.
What does it snow like 3 times?
In Kansas?
Hey.
Yeah.
It snowed.
It snowed a lot,
No, it literally
especially
snowed.
where he's at. He snows a lot where he's at.
Really?
Yeah, it literally snowed like a month straight almost.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Our
See, I'm
field
used
was like
to. If
a
it's
foot
winter, it's snow.
Right.
Like there is snow. Like
Mhm.
I'm.
Chicago?
Yes, there is no like. It's cold outside, but there's nothing on the ground type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like.
and it's windy in Chicago, so
It's not.
It's not as
Have
bad
you
as
ever
here,
been?
I guess. No.
You ever been to Kansas? How
It's
windy it
not
is?
called.
pretty
It's
cool.
not called the Windy City because it's actually windy. It's called the Windy City because of politics.
Oh, never mind.
So it's.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's
Kansas
windy
is
there
bad.
because we have like Lake Michigan, so like the lake effect wind and
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah.
But we have so many high-rise buildings that it kind of like once
Right.
you're in downtown, it's kind of it's not really that bad.
Right.
So it's not like it's windy but normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I came here and I was like, what
Yeah.
the heck? Like you get out of
Yeah.
your car and the wind hits you, like you can't
Yeah.
breathe.
Well,
It's
like our
bad.
field, Saunders always says it's
Oh,
like the
yeah.
most windy field in the conference, and I agree because like when you look at it on the map, it's literally in the middle of a giant field that's just like
The island.
It's
well, that's
just
how
an
all of
alley.
Weatherford is.
Yeah,
Right.
We're
it's
just
awesome.
like in a little like crater.
yeah, you'll
Kinda
be
love
standing,
it.
we'll be standing
No.
there taking
No, it's
BP.
awesome. Think about it. Like you're by yourself. You can do what you want.
Yeah, it's like
No.
if you take the right approach to it, it's nice.
I want to
but-
be able to get a Starbucks coffee when I want to have a coffee and
Yeah.
go to like something other than
don't get me started on coffee.
a McDonald's or Sonic that's less than
You don't know
70
anything
miles
about
away.
Bro, I got a Keurig. I
What do you know
know
about
all.
coffee?
Dude, I got my
Okay,
K-cups. I know
You
everything.
saying I have a Keurig I know about coffee is
Yeah.
just a blank
Exactly. That's
like
what I'm saying.
statement to the fact that
Right.
you don't.
Right,
All right, fair enough. You know me. Fair enough.
I have a Keurig. Yeah, no, cancel right
I have
there.
K-cups.
That's
I
a
know
big-
what I'm talking about.
Do you have the reusable ones though?
No,
You should get the reusable one.
I just put it in there, then I throw it away. Is that bad? That's probably
Yeah.
bad.
Well, it's like not good for the environment, but that's what I like.
Yeah.
That's anyone else's prerogative. But like they have like their little reusable ones, and you can
Mhm.
actually put coffee grounds in it and still put it in there. It just makes better coffee.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It, like,
I know what you're
tastes
talking about.
better,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I have a roommate. His
If
name's
you really want to go in on it though, you need to get a French press.
French press. Yeah, see, I'm just not all about it like that. Like, I just need some black coffee, maybe some sugar,
Just
some
get
creamer,
Folgers, that's all you
fine.
need.
and I'm fine.
Yo, I'm gonna do a plug here though because I work at Fit Nutrition and Fit
Uh-huh.
Factory, and we just made up a drink,
Really?
and and it's like our protein coffee, and then we have like a fat burner that's like the cream. Bro, because I don't like those like health coffees. I'm like, no, I just want a cup of coffee, and then
Mhm.
if I want health stuff, I'm gonna do some health stuff, but not
Yeah.
in the form of coffee and like call it my coffee.
Yeah, if I'm gonna do health stuff, I'd rather do like a smoothie or something.
That's
instead
what
of
I'm
coffee.
saying.
True.
Yeah, and we have that already.
Then
but
again, how good are smoothies for you? Like, are they good for you
I
or
mean,
not?
it depends on how you make it. To be honest, a lot of sugar will make it.
Yeah.
Will dilute it.
well, we have like actual just
Mhm.
like the protein shakes.
So do you
it's
do you do like what do you do there?
So I work in the nutrition club,
Mhm.
so I'm like a nutrition coach,
Yeah.
and then I work in the gym, and so I'm a trainer. So I run a bunch of like the boot camps and
Okay.
the classes, and we have like circuit training and
Do you
fitness
guys
tests and all that
do you
kind of
guys
stuff.
offer like internships for that? Like, so let's say someone wants to come in and like watch
Just
a
say you want
class.
job, bro.
No, I don't want a
Just
job,
say it.
but for this class, for this class I have to go like not survey someone, but I have to go watch someone do
Like shadow?
like a shadow. I have to do
Okay.
2 shadows.
You just have to shadow like 2 classes?
Yeah, but like at 2 different places or 2 different style of classes.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Yeah.
Just,
Do you guys do that?
I mean, it's never been done before, but
That
I
could
mean,
be
I
the
don't think
first.
I don't think they would care. I'd be like, hey, one of my friends at school needs a shadow for his whatever, and they just come in and watch a class.
Yeah.
Like,
All
that's not
Well,
anything different.
I'm ready to set that
Let's
up.
talk
soon.
about this later.
But
We can talk
for
about this
though,
off.
back on baseball,
Yeah.
I want to give a quick
You
shout
guys
out.
don't even have to talk about baseball the whole time. You
I
guys
know,
just-
but like for real though, quick shout out to the best fan we have, Tano Baxley, my dad. Dude's always about
His
it.
name's Tano?
Yeah, that's
How do you
his
spell
name.
that?
Tonto.
Tonto.
Oh, Tonto.
Yeah.
Like, wait, wasn't that a?
Yeah, Tonto, the Lone Ranger.
Yeah, his dad comes
Okay, yeah. I was like, that
Yeah.
was something. I almost was gonna say it was like a sled dog, but that's not.
Yeah.
What was the sled dog's name?
Sled dog.
There was a sled dog, and he what? Bonto?
Tonto.
Balto.
Balto.
Tonto.
You're like Tonto. I was like,
Tonto.
the sled dog?
Tonto
No,
comes to
that's
every
Balto.
single game. He's our biggest fan.
Yeah, he does. He comes out and he bought me a Gatorade last game, so that's kind of cool.
Good guy.
Yeah, he's always there.
You guys
He's
don't
always
get Gatorades at
supporting.
your games?
We get water.
We get a whole cooler in our
Oh,
locker room.
that's
full of
one
Gatorade.
thing.
Well, we're JUCO bandits. So
One thing that's different from here,
Did you go anymore?
from here than JUCO at junior college. Whenever we would go eat, I would get like $3 for McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Here,
the horse
Coach
race.
Saunders, we
Yeah,
get
he
like
gets us.
$12. I'm like, let's go, let's
You guys
eat.
only get 12?
Wait, what? What do you get?
Like 20?
Well, you're also not feeding 30 something.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
How many people are on a volleyball team?
Last year I think it was 13, 14 on the roster.
See,
But like there's only 6 on the court.
Mhm.
And then like for the ones you have to actually rotate out, you only need one setter, you only need one libero, you need like 2 DSs and
Yeah.
2 middles and 2 outsides.
Yeah,
So like maybe 8
right.
Mhm.
rotate in, 8 or 9 like rotate in to play.
Well, you could
Mhm.
you could
So
make
then-
that same argument. I mean, you only need, I guess, 15, like 5 or 6
actually
good
rotate.
pitchers,
Yeah.
and then the hitters and all that. The
Yeah.
hitters usually stay in the lineup,
Yeah.
the same spot. Every
You
time.
always need like second and third strings though, because you
Right.
never know what's gonna happen, and you never know
Yeah.
when like someone's gonna have an off day, because
Right.
that
Right.
happens all the time.
Mhm.
You know, like I've
All
had a
hands on
bad
deck.
game, and
Yeah, at
you
all
get
times.
pulled because someone else is just better mentally than you are
Yeah.
that day. So
And
That
that's what we
happens.
try to avoid is making sure we're always sharp mentally, and
Yeah.
sometimes you're sharp mentally and it's just physically.
it's just
not
emotions,
Yeah.
there.
man.
Yeah.
It's like
Emotions,
Literally.
man.
Yeah.
one day, I swear, every time that I feel like whenever I'm taking batting practice, I'll feel the best I've ever felt in my life, and that's be the worst game I have.
Right.
And it's like I have to
I
feel.
hate those.
It's weird. It's like, all right, do I need to feel bad to play good,
Yeah.
or do I need to
Yeah.
feel good?
I've
And then
had
you
the
like check your
opposite.
stats after
Yeah,
the
it's like-
game, and you're like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
And you
dang.
felt like you just blew it out of the water.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't. Try again. Anyway. So, how, like, coming to SWASU and everything like that was, because, I don't know, this is kind of hard, though, because you guys were both at JUCOs. So I feel like the transition coming here was just like, okay, I'm here now.
Mm,
Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
I feel like there was kind of almost no transition. I mean, there was, obviously, it's a new
Yeah.
place, but,
I mean, you kind of do get a head start, like
Yeah.
unless you're, high school's different. Coming straight from high school, we only have like a couple of those guys. But,
Yeah.
I mean, you do get a head start. I mean, like emotionally, maturity and all that stuff. You're way ahead of the curve. But then again, you also only get 2 years.
Yeah.
So, but it is a nice head start, and it is a very easy transition going from there to
especially I feel like a
D2 or
JUCO in
something.
Kansas
Yeah.
Mhm.
to a 4-year in Oklahoma. Oklahoma and Kansas,
It's
like,
really
it's
not
the
that
same
much different.
state,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's honest. It's not that bad
Yeah.
of a transition. You just gotta keep doing what you're
Yeah.
doing.
So what are your majors then?
I'm history education, so I'm gonna go
Mm.
home and be a coach and teach and all that stuff.
Okay.
So,
I'm in
Yeah.
exercise science.
I figured with the whole like, can I shadow in
Mhm.
your class?
Yeah.
I was like, but every athlete's exercise science.
That's
so
what
it's
people
like,
try to tell me, but
What do you want to do though with it?
something that nobody else does. I haven't figured that out yet, but
So everyone else does like personal training
Yeah.
or physical therapy or a sports
physical
trainer.
That's
therapists
true.
Make a decent amount.
Oh, well, I mean,
especially down
I feel
in
like
Houston,
anything in like an exercise science
yeah.
field, you're gonna be pretty decent.
my brother he went here in 2016
Oh.
and 2017.
Who's your-
His name's Joel Baxley. He played baseball here too.
I don't know why I asked because you said 2016, 2017. I was not here then. So
Well,
wait,
He had the same degree
Yeah,
as me.
no.
I think him and I are probably gonna do something together. I assume. I mean, we both have the same degree. We pretty much whenever I can, I go. He lives in Iowa now. I go visit him all the time.
where in Iowa?
He lives in Ankeny. It's like right outside Des Moines.
Okay, my best friend's a high jumper at University of Iowa, so she lives in Iowa City.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm up in Iowa City all the time because it's
Mhm.
not far from home. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of coaching connections down
Mm.
home and stuff. So
I can't even
kinda-
imagine you.
I just kind of
History?
How? Yeah, I know. But okay, I feel like a lot of coaches teach history.
Yeah, and
It's like-
I just get history and stuff.
I love
like,
history though.
it's-
If I
yeah,
was to teach, I would teach
Mhm.
history.
It's easy to comprehend all
Mhm.
that stuff, but like
What age do you want to coach?
I would just do high school. And, I mean, I'd start out, doing the young kids, but I mean, high school is where I want to.
I don't think I could coach anything younger than high school.
Yeah.
Coaching runs in my
family.
family.
It'll be tough to, build the credibility and all that stuff. But once you get there, you get there.
But you already said you have connections down there, so it's like, so you want to go back to Houston and like settle down there?
Yeah. I mean, after next year, I think I'm gonna have my fair share of, the small town feel.
Yeah. I had my fair share first 2 weeks in. Yeah. So where do you want to end up? Like, you want to go back home, or you want to venture out?
I don't think I can leave my family.
Really?
I love my family. I'll probably be in Wichita the rest of my life. Yeah. At least wherever they're at, I'm assuming.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because my family's kind of all over. So then I was like, well, do I want to go here? Do I want to go here? Yeah. For like 6 years straight, I was like, I'm going to New York. Like, that's where I'm going to go. Problem is, I binge watch Sex and the City. So then I was like, well, that's where I'm going to go.
Used to watch that all the time.
And it's amazing. And I was like, well, that's where I'm going to end up. I'm going to be like a businesswoman up there. So I
think the movie, the Sex and the City movie, she's watched like 7 times.
Oh, I have it bought. It's on my iTunes.
You just bought it. You're just like,
oh yeah, it's on my iTunes and
like
my
when I was
Apple
a kid, she would just have it on the TV all the time. I'm just like, why are you still watching this? Don't you know what happens?
It's good. If you guys haven't watched it, you don't have to be a girl to watch it. Like, it's actually really good, and it teaches you some really good life lessons.
I'm sure it does.
That and Grey's Anatomy.
I've watched Grey's Anatomy.
We had this conversation on here last time too.
Grey's Anatomy's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, Grey's Anatomy's not good.
Okay, but it's weird because we were watching it last night, and like, you watch it like forever ago because you watched it through, and now going back and watching, you're like, wow, this is really outdated.
Right.
This is like, how did I
watch that?
How did I cry about
like
this?
when you watch The Office and stuff, like all
and you
the
go
phones
back.
aren't even iPhones.
Yeah, and you go all the way back to the other stuff. Yeah.
It's weird. But it's still funny. It's still relatable at times. So
it's still good. You're still gonna watch it.
Still gonna watch all that.
So, well, I appreciate you guys coming in. We're gonna wind it down because I feel like last week's. It's funny because when we originally were like, oh, let's do a podcast, we're like 15, 20 minutes. All the episodes have been like 45 minutes. So, but it's fine. Joe Rogan goes for 3 hours and people listen to him.
No,
so
he's insane.
We're at like a steady 20 views per podcast. So
you gotta get that up.
So
have my dad tweet it out. I'm sure we'll get. I'm sure we'll get a lot of views.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys plug yourself though. Put your say your Instagram handles. So.
Mine's at JDIETEL, I think, for Instagram. I don't know. Just look up Jackson Dietel. It's really not hard.
Dietel like beetle.
Yeah, Dietel is my last name.
So Dietel like beetle, but not at all spelled like beetle.
Right. It's completely not easy to find.
Okay. Well,
I'm pretty sure I'm just Zachary Baxley on everything.
Yeah. If you just look up our names, I'm sure you'll find it somewhere.
I keep wanting to say Baxter as your last name. People actually.
Okay, so
you probably get that all the time.
Funny story. So my freshman year, I was living in the dorms, and I lived with 2 other baseball guys, and then one guy left, and so we had like just a random guy, and this random guy called me Baxter for like the first 3 months, and then I was like, in my head, I'm like, why does this guy keep calling me Baxter? And so I let it play out the entire year. And the very last day, his name was Tyler. He was about to leave. I'm like, Tyler, what? I was like, Tyler, what's my name? He's like, Baxter? I'm like, Tyler, for real, what's my name? He called me Baxter again. I'm like, dude, my name's Baxley. And he goes, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, it was the best thing ever. I didn't tell him the entire year. It was awesome.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, my last name's Gruden, so like the football coach.
Gruden.
So
that's what I thought when I saw it.
Nice. I know I like Google myself because, I know everybody does that, so don't judge me for it. But I Google myself and it's like 3 of my pictures and then all of like John Gruden. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's not me, but it's fine. Same thing. But anyway, so thank you for coming on, you guys.
Thank you.
Depending on when we post this, when is y'all's next home game?
We play Friday, this upcoming Friday at 12 and 2. 12 and something. And then Saturday we play at 12 again. So
all right.
That's our next home series.
Okay. So this Friday and Saturday, so that's going to be February, 22nd? 21st and 22nd, yeah. February 21st and 22nd, the Bulldogs play at home. You guys don't, they're not conference games, are they?
They are, actually.
You guys aren't in conference?
Yeah. We just played our first conference series last weekend against East Central. That was on the road. So this is our first home conference series against Southeastern Oklahoma. So we're kind of excited for that.
All right. Well, everybody come out and watch SWASU baseball. I know it might be cold, but it's fine. You'll live. Bring a blanket. Bring some hot
Mm-hmm.
chocolate. Like, bring hand warmers or whatever. Yeah, you'll be fine. Bring your dog because this is like the only sporting event you can bring your little dogs to, and I know everybody has them.
There's plenty of room for your dogs around.
I know, right? Just let them all loose. Okay, so everybody come out and support them, and thank you so much for listening, and have a great day or night for whenever you're watching. Thank you.